Is this the right place to talk about startup visa business progress reports? I'm in the right place then. Hey folks, did you know you need to submit a business progress report to IRCC before they can make a decision on your startup visa permanent residency application? That's the subject of our short video today. Whether you're considering applying for the startup visa program or already under process, you need to be prepared in advance on what IRCC expects from you in this report. Hello, my name is Reza and I work with the Ingwe immigration team helping applicants move to Canada. Whether it's for yourself, your kids, your business, or all of the above, we do make it happen. Let me make this clear, I'm not an actual full-time YouTuber, but I work hands-on with our licensed team here in Canada working on actual applications and communicating with immigration departments of Canada, with their overseas embassies and inside Canada on a daily basis on behalf of our clients. These videos are made for the purpose of sharing our hands-on immigration knowledge with our worldwide audience. If you're thinking about immigrating to Canada, we're here to help. Get a free email assessment with us by filling out the form down below for eligible applicants. Types of information and documents are not of any significance for IRCC. The fees you pay to your designated organization have very little value in terms of your startup visa business progress to prove your genuine intention to IRCC. Keep in mind that continuous communication and engagement and support from your designated organization is very important and should not be underestimated. But it should also not be confused with actual business investment and progress. Don't depend on this in terms of having any value for your business progress. There's some key criteria that you need to be aware of when preparing to pursue your startup visa business in Canada. A qualifying business with respect to an applicant is 1, in which the applicant provides active and ongoing management from within Canada. B, for which an essential part of its operations is conducted in Canada. 3, that is incorporated in Canada. D, that has an ownership structure that complies with the percentages established under subsection 3, which is the eligibility criteria. Here are the key points that need to be addressed in your business progress report to the IRCC under the Startup Visa Business Program. The first section, business registration and business plan update. This basic information will be requested by IRCC for 99% of all startup visa groups. Your business registration in Canada should have all co-founders as a minimum 10% shareholder with voting rights and a combination of more than 50% controlling stake in the business between all the co-founders who are immigrating and are included in the startup visa business application. Keep in mind that if you have the same business overseas, then a similar structure should exist in terms of the controlling shares and rights of the co-founders who are immigrating and are included in the startup visa application. For business plan updates, IRCC expects you to update all market research and data which you originally submitted in your business application a year to 2 years ago. The most recent market data needs to be included in the updated business plan with a covering letter which indicates all the updates and amendments to the original business plan with a summary of changes to your industry and target market for your startup visa business. Outlined since the original application was submitted, since that information is stale now and they want the updated information. Your investments as a startup business. What are they looking for? We need to provide an outline and supporting documents of all investments made by the co-founders into the startup visa business. External investors where you have raised money can also be included, but you do need to have safe agreements or similar documentation to prove the relationship between the external investors and the startup visa business. Investments that you've made into the business yourself perhaps should be monetary, whether in your home country or overseas, dealing with contractors or even inside Canada. Obviously, investments inside Canada have much more significance for your business, but any investments and expenses is better than having none, no matter where it is in the world. You do need to provide proof of payments and investments for all your claims, where that money came from, what dates it was invested, and what amount and where it was paid to. Investments and expenses can include product development costs, hiring staff whether part-time or full-time, rental of office or warehouse spaces, marketing and advertising expenses, event participation or hosting expenses, investments or acquisitions in other businesses or joint ventures, laboratory or equipment costs to perform testing, external contract parties providing specific services for your startup-related market development, research, building your product or solution, financial services, HR, and so forth. What about your product or solution progress? That's another key part of the progress report. Key component of the Startup Visa program is to prove that you actually have a product or solution developed and ready to enter the market, or as we call it, commercialization stage. Hardware. If you have a hardware product as your start of innovation, you will need photos of the hardware with your team or at an event or customer or pilot site, designs and drawings of the hardware, proof of development and invoices and expenses which were incurred in developing the hardware, correspondences with suppliers and vendors of all the parts, and proof of payment for those parts. If you're doing a software, if it's a solution, then you will require screenshots of the wireframes, or even better would be screenshots of the entire application. Even better would be to have a live link which would be publicly available and invite IRCC to test it, and perhaps screenshots of your users, your database, and so forth. As part of your business progress report should discuss early customers or pilot projects. Having paying customers is the golden benchmark in the Startup Visa world. However, having early onboarding customers who don't pay is still better than having none. Pilot projects with specific partners or potential new customers is also extremely critical if you don't already have real customers. If you can complete this stage, it would be of serious significance for your Startup Visa business progress report. Even identifying and being in negotiations with potential new partners or customers through letters of intent or collaboration or any other kinds of agreements, or even correspondences or proof of meetings could also be helpful for your progress report. Next part of your business progress report should address key tasks and milestones for your Startup Visa business. You need to outline key milestones and accomplishments of your Startup Visa business. You sign your first customer. Were you featured in an event, publication, or specific industry channel? Did you make your first investment in Canada? Did you sign your first distribution or partnership agreement? Remember to provide supporting documentation for anything you claim. Otherwise, it will not be taken seriously and would be considered just talk. A very important part of your business progress report, if you have it, is your Canadian hires for your Startup Visa business. If you've started your operations in Canada or planning to, a Canadian staff hire would be quite of significance in terms of your milestones for your startup. Obviously, the hire should be relevant to your business, and just hiring an admin or an assistant at minimum wage may not really be helpful or considered significant under this program. Next part of your business progress report is about marketing, public relations, business development. Most Startup Visa businesses focus on marketing, which is fine, but not as significant as the other points we've covered in this video today. Marketing and public relations is good, but just having a static website, a brochure, sample video, and some social media posts, whether paid or organic, is not really considered serious progress. Anyone with or without a business can make these marketing assets and activities. So it is not something that would sway the IRCC officer that you have a genuine intention to start and run that business. But it can be considered as supplementary information for your actual business, because every business needs marketing. Business development progress would be of higher value, and being featured in a publication or industry event would also be considered of higher value, whether paid or not, as we call it, pay to play. The active role of your co-founders in the Startup Visa business is a critical part of your progress report. A key part of that report is to identify who in the group is involved in which parts of the business and what progress those departments have made to prove that the co-founders have been active. If you have co-founders who may not fit the startup industry, you need to preemptively write support and explanation letters from the CEO and how that person's or co-founder's expertise and role has been paramount in achieving certain milestones, raising money, or making progress for your business. Remember that even if the business is making progress, each and every co-founder needs to prove their proactive role in the Startup Visa business. What are some important questions and concerns by the IRCC offices regarding your Startup Visa business? A main refusal reason used by the IRCC offices when scrutinizing your Startup Visa business progress report can be artificial transactions, which means you have entered into the Startup Visa business program and activities you have presented are mainly for the purpose of gaining Canadian permanent residency status. So this basically means they don't believe you, all this stuff is fluff, and it's not genuine. You need to prove that your startup business intentions are more significant than just your immigration intentions. Immigration is secondary. And that the activities and investments you have entered into are genuine and meet all the qualifying factors under this program. It will scrutinize your business to make sure the main operations are being moved to Canada. You plan to manage and operate the headquarters from inside Canada. And the business has the potential to financially support you and all the co-founders in terms of your settlement in Canada and future sources of revenue. This was a high-level overview of the expectations and tips to prepare your business progress report for IRCC under the Startup Visa Business Program. Keep in mind to update IRCC at least every 6 months on your business progress report, even before they ask. If you're thinking about immigrating, whether permanently or temporarily, you're at the right place. I can guarantee you only one point. You'll know what to expect, all the entire process clearly laid out, and all the risks identified, including costs. Our team speaks over 9 languages, and we help applicants from over 50 different countries during the immigration process. Click the link below this video and get a free email assessment for eligible applicants only. And if you're ready to apply and would like a one-on-one session with me or one of my many licensed immigration team members at Ingwe, you can also book a session directly using the consultation link down below in this video. And if you want to take our immigration knowledge for a test drive before you book us on a one-on-one consultation, well, you can tune into our YouTube live channel every Thursday at 11 a.m. North American Eastern Standard Time, where we answer all of your immigration questions for free on the spot. See you next Thursday.